How good can I get if I swim every single day for 30 days? So at the beginning of April, I came out here and did one of the Las Vegas Tri Club practice races. And yes, it was a year of absolutely no swim training because of you know what. And also it was about a week and a half after I got the vaccine. But anyway, all excuses aside, my swim pace during that club race was 2 minutes and 13 seconds per 100 yards. So I approached my friend Dax, who's like a merman and an amazing coach, and I basically didn't even give him an opportunity to tell me no when I insisted on him helping me perfect my swim form. I also decided for my own self that I wanted to test myself by swimming every day for 30 days. So let's see what I can do now with better form and no specific strength or speed work during those 30 days of swimming every day. Okay, that was much harder than I expected because it's super wavy today and those are not the ideal conditions to be testing myself in, so I could do better. So I'm gonna come back in the morning and test myself when the lake is actually calm. Okay, look at the lake is like glass today. It's actually the same conditions as it was at the beginning of April when I did that race at a 2:13 pace. So let's go out there today and put myself to the test. All right, here goes. Before I get into the details of this swim, I do want to mention that this week I've teamed up with some of my favorite brands and we are doing a giveaway during this episode. So stick around until the end to get the details on how you can enter to win. I have used these products every single day during the 30 days of swimming. 28 of them in the chlorinated pool. I wouldn't have been able to survive without Try Hard, and their ability to get rid of that chlorine smell, it's just magic. And I can't forget New Wave Swim Buoy for keeping me alive when I'm out there in the open water by myself, just having the confidence of knowing I'm not going to drown, and plus you are more visible so boats aren't going to run you over. And then of course Synergy, which was a lifesaver up in Alaska with their cold water gear, and I also use some of their stuff in the pool for endurance training. Now onto the details of this swim. So as I mentioned before, I had a very embarrassing swim back in the beginning of April. Swimming for me is not like riding a bike. I had basically zero training for an entire year. So once I got back out there for my first swim, it was awful. Something just felt really off. So how did I go from this on day 1 to this on day 30? I would say it came down to 2 things that worked for me: commitment and drills. Committing to swimming every day for 30 days meant I had to find a way to swim no matter what. It is 3 a.m. and I'm at the gym committing to this swim every day for 30 days because I have to fly out today. I just got back from St. George today and I really don't feel like swimming. It is now 9:36 p.m. I would rather be going to sleep. Well, I definitely did not want to do that tonight because it's already like 10:30. No excuses were made. So when I spent a week in Alaska and the pools were closed on the weekends, I had no choice but to swim in the 46-degree Pacific Ocean. It's so cold!
Wind back.
That definitely made me more resilient. Now, I wouldn't say that those open water Alaskan swims were productive as it pertained to my form, but I am terrified of the ocean, especially the deep dark ocean, which is what you get in Alaska. Swimming out there helped me overcome some of my open water anxieties. Also, it was 46 degrees. Most races will be canceled if the water temperature is 55 degrees or lower. So now I know I can handle any race because no swim will ever be too cold for me. None of this would have happened if I didn't commit myself to swimming 30 days every day. The second thing that really helped me this month was doing mostly drills. I did 0 speed work for the entire 30 days. Maybe I had an okay base as a swimmer, but it wasn't good enough for me to build on, so I decided to humble myself and start from scratch. Sometimes you have to take a couple steps backwards to move forward faster, and that's exactly what I was committed to doing. Go slow for 30 days. Work on drills that would help me improve my form, and as boring as that sounds, it was totally worth it, and I definitely feel way more confident. The drills that helped me the most were swimming with closed fists, one arm drills, and one arm with closed fists. As awful as the one-arm drills were, they were also kind of my favorite. That's where I was able to physically notice my improvements the most. When I first started doing these drills and would do my left arm, I would always be drifting over to the left and I could never go straight. It was just super awkward. But with a whole lot of repetition and Dax there to point out subtle changes I could make, I eventually started swimming more straight and my left arm started getting stronger. And now when I'm in the water, I just make sure I do extra sets on my left arm to get this one stronger, and hopefully someday it will catch up with my right arm. For those 30 days of swimming every day, let me just mention my times on Strava are not completely accurate. It took a few swims for me to realize I couldn't figure out how to work the drill feature on my Garmin. So after that, I just decided, okay, you know what? I'm gonna let the watch roll for this entire month, and then at the end of the 30 days, I will let the results speak for themselves. So how did today's swim look? It's a 154 pace, but what this tells me is that form is the most important thing, because that is 19 seconds faster than it was the beginning of April. I wasn't going fast out there. I was just out there focused on form, because like I said, I haven't done any speed work, so I just want to go out there and just swim easy. The goal was to be able to get out of the water and feel like I could get on the bike and do a hard effort in a race, which I totally feel that way. I wasn't out of breath, my heart rate was low, and it just felt good and comfortable out there. So overall, I feel pretty stoked about my progress, and now that that challenge is over, I can actually start incorporating some strength and speed work into my weekly training plan, because now I could take rest days in between, so I can really start pushing myself and get better and faster. And I hope this video opens some of your eyes to what it takes to become a decent swimmer. You don't have to commit to swimming every single day for 30 days like I did. Just take the time to make sure you have proper form, even if it means you have to take a couple steps backwards and start from scratch. It seems so strange in triathlon that so many times we have to go slow to get faster, but what can I say other than it works? So the moment you have all been waiting for, how to enter to win some amazing stuff from some of my favorite brands. First of all, you have to head on over to Instagram and find me there, and then check out my most recent posts, and I will have all the instructions there on how you can enter the giveaway. Okay, and that's all I have for you today, so I guess I will say goodbye, and thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Mwah.